This is a short video showing how to add a language translator to a WordPress site. For this demonstration, I'm just going to use this sort of dummy site that I've got as a quick look around it. As it says in the middle there, it's a dummy site making use of an unused domain. Most of the content is rubbish and just there for filler purposes. But anyway, let's get started. Go to the admin area, and what we'll want to do is add a plugin. And the plugin we want to add is type that into the search box, have a look for it, and the one we want is actually that top one there, Google Language Translator. There are other ones, but I've found this to be the best one. It gives a nice clean code for the site. So we'll just click install now, say OK to that, and once it's installed, activate the plugin. That's it, installed and activated. Now we go down to settings, down here. Let's move this down a little bit. Down here, Google Language Translator. So click on that. This is where the options are completed. So make sure this box is ticked, original language English. I'm going to leave that as all languages for the moment, and I'll show you why just directly. You can show flag images. I think it's maybe quite a good idea to show some flags, the more popular sort of languages. You'll note here that it says to show flags you must choose all languages. It doesn't mean to say that all flags will be shown, because you can pick and choose the flags that you want to show. So let's have a look at the flags that we want to show here. I've already picked. I find that 7 works out quite well. English, French, German, Italian, Polish, Spanish, Swedish, right? So that's us picked the flags that we want to show. Just have a look at the other options. Show the language box. Yes, leave that. I'll show you why in a second. Vertical layout, good for a sidebar. Show the Google toolbar. I'll leave that as yes for the moment, and I'll show you what happens when that's selected. Show Google branding. That really just, translated by Google, that sort of thing. Align it left or right. I'll leave that as left. Activate Google's analytics. Now, I would probably suggest deselecting that one. If you want to leave it ticked, you'd have to put in your Google Analytics ID. It gives you an example there of what it looks like. And what else have we got? That's it, really. That's the short code that you need to insert into the site. We'll just do that in a moment, but before I do that, I'll just, down the bottom right here, quite a handy little preview of what it's going to look like. So let's just copy this Google Translator, copy it carefully, right click, copy. So once that's copied, the next thing we want to do is go to Appearance and Widgets. Click on Widgets. I'm going to put it in the right hand primary sidebar for this particular theme. And there's something there already. I'm just adding another one. I should say at this point that there needs to be a text box there to be able to enter the shortcode into. And to do that, widgets, all we really need to do is find I'll open this up first of all. There's 2 text boxes there. I'll just add a third one just for show you how to do it. Just click on it, left click and drag it, and I'll move the camera angle. So if you don't already have a text box to enter the shortcode into, just do that. Just drag it onto that area. Back to the shortcode though now. Let's move this down and I'll show you. Right click and paste the Google Translator shortcode and click on, let's move this down if I can. Click on save, and if we now have another look at the site, refresh the page. That's what it looked like before. Refresh the page. You'll now see that there's the Google Translator. Now you can just simply click on the language. See, it arranges the flags alphabetically. So, you know, that one's French, German. If you look over to the left here, you'll see it's translating it. Italian, Polish, Spanish. You can pick whatever flags you want, or you can have no flags. Adds a little bit of colour, I suppose. But I'll just revert it back to English again. And we'll go back and have a look at the settings. You'll notice that this toolbar thing's appeared here. We don't really want that to appear, so just go back to the settings again and have a look at that. Settings, Google Language Translator. I'll just go over the settings again. So that's okay, that's okay. We need to select all languages if we want to show any flags. And if you do want to show some flags, have all languages there and then click yes, show flag images. Pick the country flags that you want to show. Show the language box. If we say no to that, show you what happens there. Save changes. Go back, refresh the page again. It's just a bunch of flags that appear, which, you know, you might want to do, you may not, I don't know. Go back to the settings again. I'm going to choose to show. Where is it again? Trying to see it. Sorry, it's up here. Show the language box. Vertical for a sidebar. Show Google Toolbar, that's the one I was showing you a second ago. I'm just going to say no to that. Align it to the left. I'm going to deselect that. And just have a look at the preview again. Need to save the changes first. Once the changes have been saved, have a look at the preview. Yep, pretty happy with that. If we go back to the actual dummy site again, remember this toolbar thing was here and we had only flags showing, so if I refresh the page again, having tweaked the settings, yep, quite happy with that. Some of the fairly common languages, and if anyone wants to pick some other unusual language like Bengali, there you go, that's the sort of thing that comes up. Just change it back to English again. Now, one of the things I like about this translator is that it gives you nice clean code for the site. Some of the other ones don't, so just make sure it's the one that I showed you. Just to sort of prove the point here, this code checker. I'll just refresh that page. So successfully checked as XHTML and so on and so forth. So it's nice clean code. So I hope you found that useful, folks, and I'll sign off there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Bye.